right, guys, well, I'm going to try to film this posture flow on my phone, so just bear with me. Hopefully I will be able to hear me clearly and follow along as well. I developed this flow to focus primarily on the upper body and to engage the shoulders and the back muscles in order to facilitate better posture. So without further ado, we're going to start standing. I love starting standing up with yoga. I feel like it just is a good way to warm the whole body. So just come to a comfortable standing position. All right, and we are just ultimately, we're going to start with something very simple. We are going to start with some neck rotations. So at your own pace, simply turn the head left and right. Pause in the center before rotating to the other side. Our poor necks take such a beating every day. If you are in a job that has you sitting at a computer, or even just a regular person these days with our phones, we're just constantly craning and straining our necks. So it feels good to give it some love and just a good rotation every now and again. Come to center on that last one. Tilt the chin down towards the chest. And you're just going to rock it to the left. Hold when you start to feel the nice stretch through the side of the neck and the top of the shoulder there. You trap in your sternocleidomastoid. Mine are exceedingly tight, it seems like. Continue forward with that. Just left and right at your own pace. If you find a spot that feels good, stay there and breathe into it. That does feel good. Okay, come back to center. Raise the head up. We're just going to do some nice, really exaggerated shoulder rolls towards the back of the room. Kind of get your body into it, like your whole body is helping with these shoulder rolls. A couple more here. Really pull those shoulder blades back and down into this nice big exaggerated circle. Pause at the back. Now move it forward. Look as goofy as you can. Just really lubricating the shoulder joints, the scapula, getting them nice and loose. Now you're going to squeeze your shoulders together and open them up. If you put your hands on your side, sometimes that helps to facilitate the movement. Squeeze and open. Squeeze and open. Bring the hands up above the head, stretch. Take a little side bend, grab the right wrist with the left hand. Up, 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 and then over gently, pressing into the feet. We're not dumping into our low backs here. Back up. Repeat on the left wrist there, pulling it to the right. All right. Cactus the arms and draw them down. Open, 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 open. Till you can almost touch your ribcage. Rise it up. And draw them down again. Exhaling. Inhale. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale. Cactus the arms all the way down. Give your arms a shake for a moment. We are going to move into arm circles. So nice big exaggerated motion forward. Just as far back as you can reach. I always feel like I have very limited range of motion when it comes to arm circles. We're all different. It's all good. And now we're going to reverse that motion. Take it back. Pause. Take the arms out to the side like so. and just do tiny arm circles forward. This motion is incredibly humbling. My shoulders are already burning. Just trying to get them nice and warmed up. Flip the palms and reverse the motion. All right, drop the arms down. We're just gonna do some shoulder shrugs. So shrug your shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale, let them loose. Two more. Last one. Just give it a shake. Start to shake your body out just a little bit. We are gonna move into some standing rows. So what you'll wanna do, feet hip distance. You could bend at the knees, that's totally fine and encouraged. And what I want you to do is pretend like you're picking up an imaginary set of weights. Set the scapula, set the shoulders onto the back, and then pull. It's called an antagonistic row. It's you against you. Push and pull into that row. Breathe through it. If you're shaking, you are definitely doing it right. One more. Push, 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 push. And pull. Come up. Roll the shoulders out for a moment. Loosen it up. Get ready because now we're going to move into some standing wide rows. Okay, so bring the arms up. And then from here, antagonistically, drawing the arms out into a wide row. Opening up that chest, collarbone smiles open as you draw the elbows back. Keep the chin slightly lifted. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as best you can, like you're trying to squeeze a pencil between them. All right, let that go. Give the arms a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. Shake it out for a minute. We are moving into crossbody arm raises. So you can place one hand across the belly if you want, and you're just simply going to raise the arm up across the body and then back, kind of like the arm circle, but crossing in front of the body. Getting that full range of motion. Try not to let the chest open up to the left. Keep the body squared towards the front of the room. One more after this. Bring that arm back down. We're going to switch it over. Arm rises up and back. Presses back and forward. Just encouraging the shoulders and the joints and the bones and the muscles all to get nice and warm and ready to go. Last one, bring it down. If you are feeling up to it, we are going into a quarter squat and a bow and arrow twist. If you don't want to do the quarter squat, that's totally fine. You can do it from standing, but what we're gonna do, sink into a baby squat. You're gonna take the arms out in front of you, draw the right elbow back like you're pulling a bow and arrow, then open that arm towards the back of the room and gaze back behind you. Draw it forward and repeat on the opposite side. Pull your bow back, open the arm, look back, draw it forward. We're gonna do a couple more of these. Find a good breathing pattern. Two more. Draw it back to center. Rise up. Shake the arms out. Moving into tree huggers. We probably have a few here with us. So let's get to hugging some imaginary trees. You're going to take a nice wide stance, or a little bit wider than hip distance, plugging the feet into the floor. Raise the quadriceps up just slightly. and you're just gonna bring the arms out into a T. And then I'm gonna show you from the side. Exaggerate the arch in the back there and just really round it out and then you open it up nice and wide. Give that tree another hug, scooping the pelvic bone up towards the face, creating a major curve in that spine, spreading those shoulder blades apart with that motion. And opening it up nice and wide, pressing the backs of the hands towards the back of the room. We're gonna do 2 more. Rise it up. Oh, give it a nice stretch. Moving into a good tricep stretch here. Right arm rises, bending at the elbow, patting yourself on the shoulder, grab a hold with that left hand, and just draw the arm behind that ear. If you like, you can take it to the left here, opening up the side body, the back of the arm. Press back with your head. Rise it up, just giving it a switch. And bend. We're almost done with the warm-up. Inhale, rise it up. Arms rise. Gaze up, press the palms, draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Exhales, release. Okay, so now we are moving into a cat-cow uttanasana. So you remember uttanasana is your forward fold. And if you're still doing knees bent, that's actually really great. It's gonna feel great on the hamstrings. So inhale, exhale, hinge at the waist, at the hips here. Find your place. If you need blocks, that's totally fine. Get your blocks if so. Otherwise, keep a slight bend in the knee, and it's gonna be a very small motion. So arch up and then round in the low belly. Arch and round. Exhale when you round into that spine. Inhale when you do the cow. Cat, cow, cat, cow. We're going to do about 3 more of these on your own. Last one. All right, from there, we can come find ourselves a seat on the mat. You should have a nice little heat going on. I know I do. I can already feel it, at least in my shoulders and upper body. So we're gonna start on our floor in a comfortable seat, Sukhasana, easy pose. And just take your right arm out to the right, left arm rises, draw the shoulder blade down the spine, and just take a nice side bend, pressing that right elbow into the mat if it's there for you. Otherwise, you're here just wherever you are comfortable. That still provides a decent stretch. Breathe. Rise up. We're going to repeat on the left. Really opening up those side ribs. Tight today. Okay, coming back to center. Take one arm and I want you to twist it, the body, very gently. You can brace yourself with the left hand on top of that right shin, opening and closing. It's just a light twist, engaging the core around the spine, using the upper spine to facilitate the twist. Switch legs. Right hand for support on top of that right shin. Arm rises, shoulder blade down the spine. Twist. Engage your core. All right, good for that now. All right, so from here, we're gonna give ourselves a nice little forward fold. Just creep the fingertips out wherever you can. Come to rest on your elbows. If you're not there yet, it's totally fine. Build a block house or a pillow or whatever you need. Just take a moment. We are gonna stretch out the lower back and the hips a little bit because this is yoga, so. Give it a few minutes, breathe into the back body, allow the spine to round here. Okay, rise up, we're gonna repeat, switch the legs again, so the right crosses in front of the left. Inhale and just ease on over those legs. If you ever feel like you need more time in a pose, you should totally just pause the video. The magic time for yoga, apparently poses, is 5 breaths. So if we're not doing 5 breaths, this is a general guideline and you can pause me, turn me off, whatever, whenever you feel like it, to get the most out of your practice. Go ahead and rise up. We are going to move onto our hands and knees now for some regular cat-cow. So press into those palms and the tops of the feet. Press, exhale, chin to chest. Really exaggerate that curve. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale. Enjoy the soothing sounds of family going on around me, because it's real. Couple more of these. These always feel so good at the end of the day. All right, last one. Arch it up. Inhale. All right, moving into bird dog pulses. So we're gonna extend the right arm. Now, if you are a super newbie and you are not comfortable lifting the rear leg and the arm at the same time, you can definitely do one arm, then your leg, and then, you know, repeat side to side. So initially though, right arm, left leg rises, kick out through that heel, pulse 1, 2, 3, draw it in, hold, and out, 2, 3. We're gonna repeat that at your own pace here, just until you get nice and warm. You're really utilizing the muscles, spinae erectors along the sides of the spine. They run the entire length of the spine. They help to stabilize the spine. And we're really cultivating balance here as well in the core, and strength in the arms and glutes as well. You can take a cat-cow while we transition to the other side. Lengthen the right leg behind you, left arm in front, pulse it up, 2, 3, draw it in, squeeze, pulse it up, 2, 3, and repeat at your own pace, pressing that right palm into the earth. Really squeezing that knee in towards the nose as best you can. Let's do one more. 1, 2, 3. All right, release that. We are moving into girl push-ups to balasana, and they're tough. So just because it's a girl push-up doesn't mean that it's not tough. So take the knees, kiss the edge of the mat with them, big toes touch. Press it back into your balasana child's pose, forehead to floor. Engage the shoulders, the scaps drawn down the back. palms press into the earth, and you're gonna rock forward, keeping the toes on the mat. Drop the chest, press it back into Balasana. We're gonna do 8 of these, so that's 2, 3. Really push through those palms, keeping those elbows close to the rib cage. 3 more. Last one. All right, press it back, Balasana pose. Child's pose, you can rock left and right on the forehead. A little third eye massage, never hurt anybody. All right, moving on. Cobra pose. So what you'll want to do is from your hands and knees, go ahead and release the belly onto the earth. Toes are flipped so that the tops of them are kissing the earth. Hands below shoulders, elbows squeezing in towards the rib cage, shoulder blades drawing down the back of the spine. Raise up using the back muscles. You should be very light on your hands. You should almost be able to pick them up if you can. So from here, gentle pulse. Utilizing the muscles of the back. Just gonna go for 5 more. 2 and 1. Release. You can release the arms down along your side. Right cheek to the mat. Rock out your hips. Pressing back up into child's pose. Stretch out the back. Okay, moving on to one of my favorites, locust. Hopefully it'll be one of yours soon too. Placing the forehead on the mat, toes pointed out behind you. Take the arms down alongside of the body. Lift the fingertips up. Lift the back up the same way we were just doing in that cobra pulse, gazing forward. Now lift the thighs up off of the earth and gaze forward, engaging the muscles of the back. Energy shooting through the fingertips and through the toes. Trying to squeeze the legs together if you can. Breathe here. Okay, release. Press back up to hands and knees. And we are going to move into plank. So if you have never done a plank, you can start with one knee on the ground, one leg shooting out behind you. Tons of energy pushing through. Okay, otherwise, high plank. So hands are in like a close push-up position. Lift the knees up off of the ground, pressing into the soles of the feet, energy shooting through the heels. Pelvis is slightly tucked, shoulder blades drawing down the spine. Gazing out over the nose, just slightly. Elbows are not locked out. Just hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Release the knees. Take a little break. We're gonna do one more of those. So come to hands and knees. Get yourself ready. If you did just one leg on the last round, do the opposite leg this round. And rise it up. Pushing energy through all of the knuckles, palms of the hand. Legs, energy should be just shooting out through those heels. Very engaged. Belly button pulling towards the spine. Pelvis slightly tucked. And release.
Now we are going to move into something a little more advanced. So if you can, I'll first demonstrate what you'll do if you are not able to do the plank, and you'll just do the same thing that we just did, the one-legged plank. You tap your arms, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're gonna go onto your side and open up, return and repeat, but do it on the opposite leg. If you're joining me in the plank, lift up, shoulder tap, 1, 2, open, side plank, feet separated for easier. Repeat, opposite side. It's a side star. Two more. Really plugging that scapula into the body, drawing it down the spine and not sinking into the shoulder. You're really pushing into the palm. I got sidetracked, so I'll do one more. Open it up. All right, release that down. And we are moving into some back bow, push up, down dog. Okay, so we're gonna start in down dog first. Long line of energy from wrist to shoulder, shoulder to hip, hip to ankle. Rock it forward to your plank, lower the knees, drop it down, locust, press it up, down dog. Repeat. We're gonna do 3 more of these. If you want more of a challenge from your down dog, rock forward to plank, straight leg regular push-up down, back bow, press up in a regular push-up, press back. Otherwise, we're on the last one. Hold your down dog, pedal it out. Moving forward, we are moving into scapular push-ups. If you need to have your knees down, you can get the same benefit here. This is about creating some recognition in the body for what your shoulders are supposed to do when they are engaged. So a scapular push-up, the best way to do it, spread your hands nice and wide as if you're in a plank. Allow the shoulders to sink down and then press into the palms to create that rounding motion, same as you do for cat-cow. But if you're more advanced, up in that plank, allow them to sink and press through. This isn't a regular push-up, we're not bending our elbows. This is strictly from the scapula. Two more. Last one. All right, knees down, give it a little shake. Those wrists might need some attention right now. You can kind of give them a nice little stretch. They're a little bit tender, be easy on them.
Ava,
Shake it out.
Ava, somebody's calling you.
All right, now we are moving into some swimmers. And swimmers are like bird dog pulses on your belly. So arms reach out in front of you. What you're gonna do is left arm, right leg rises, right arm, left leg rises. And then go at your own pace until I let you know to stop.
And I'm about to put a second coat on. A third coat on it.
Really engaging that back, those erectors spinning along the spine. Look down at the floor, don't look out in front of you.
I have to put a lot of coats on there.
And if you really want to challenge, allow the limbs to hover and swim. That's really a challenge for the body. And release. Go ahead and press back to Balasana. Give that spine a nice little stretch. Taking it forward onto the belly again. We are going to do some cobra rolls. So this is to loosen up those shoulders and also to facilitate motion in the upper body, trying to teach the body how to coordinate itself better. So inhale, cobra, roll the shoulder blades down the spine, away from the ears. Do it as you roll the body down. Go the other direction. Kind of awkward, right? It's supposed to be. Okay, roll them backwards. And down. Reverse. Hey, how often do you get to look like really weird with body movement? All right. Lower the left cheek to the mat. Shake the back out. Moving on into a Sphinx pose. Number 11 on the floor with your forearms, elbows directly underneath the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades back. Open up that collarbone, gazing out. Tailbone slightly tucked into the earth. Tops of the toes kissing the earth. Opening up the front body. Pressing into those forearms. This is like a supported cobra. Breathe here. All right, release that. We are coming to sit. You can sit on your heels. If that's not comfortable for you, put a block underneath, or simply just sit on your rear end in Sukhasana pose. From here, roll the shoulder blades back. Raise the arms. Draw the shoulder blades down the spine. And you're gonna twist to the left, opening up that back arm towards the back of the room and reaching for the floor. Right hand outside of that left knee. Squeezing your knees together. If you're not in hero's pose, you're in seated. Twisting from the upper spine, opening up the collarbones towards the left side of the room. Spine is long. If you're feeling pinching in the lower back, inhale back to center, re-lengthen the spine up, and then begin the twist from the upper body rather than trying to twist from the lower body. Really try to open up that upper body. If you can crawl your rear fingers back and away at a diagonal. Ooh. Inhale back to center. Arms rise up. Twist it to the right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Yoga nightmare. Opening up that front body, that chest. I don't know if it's hot in my house or what. I've got like a little sweat going on for sure. Inhale back to center. Okay, so we are gonna do some cactus arms, some scapular rotations. So bring the arms up into a cactus, and now we get to look ultra weird again. So press the palms down, trying to keep the arms at the same level and the same angle, and open them up. Pressing down and away, trying to keep, see my shoulders, they lifted up. Try to keep those shoulders down away from the ears while you rotate the arms forward and back. Hey, TT Fats. Dinah's come to do the yoga or destroy my mat, one of the two. One more after this, open it up. Exhale. Bring them back up to that cactus and exaggerate the curve in the spine, drawing the forms together, chin to chest. Open up. Exhale. Exhale. One more. Okay. From here, we're going to do Garuda arms. So arms reach out into a T. You're going to cross the right arm over the left arm and twist the arms together, pressing the palms as best you can together, crossing the thumbs. Some, you may not even be here. You may be right here. It's all good. Find your way. And in this posture, you really want to lengthen the spine upwards, and then you're going to draw the elbows up so that they're at shoulder height and draw the shoulder blades down the spine at the same time. Next, you will press the palms forward. You should feel an awesome stretch. Just breathe into that for a few moments. Draw the arms back in, unwind, open, arms out in a T, cross the left over the right, palms kiss, draw the elbows up to shoulder height, shoulder blades down the spine, hands press out at an angle. Breathe in to those shoulders, the traps, the sides of the neck are even being stretched. Release that, give it a little shimmy shake, shake the arms out a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of seated shoulder stretch here. So from here, first, if you cannot clasp your hands at your hips, that is totally fine. Try to cross the arms or even just place them behind you like so, wherever it is that you can get a stretch in. So this is totally good. And then you'll want to switch halfway and just sit and allow the chest, the collarbone to smile open, pressing energy through those shoulders onto the spine. Otherwise, moving on, clasp the hands at the tailbone here. Lengthen the knuckles towards the earth, opening up the front body. Those collarbones are just smiling wide open. Draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward to the greatest degree that you can. Pressing the hands towards the front of the mat. Slowly rise up and release that. We're going to move in to one of my very favorite poses, praying balasana. I say that I have a lot of favorite poses. I think I love like pretty much all of them to some degree. So anyways, go ahead, seat to heels, big toes kiss, knees nice and wide. You're gonna come out into balasana pose, stretching the arms out, drawing the shoulder blades down the spine, forehead to the floor.
Unicorn, check that.
And if you can, press the palms together, drive them up into a praying position. You can draw them all the way back to the occiput on the back of the head there. Getting a nice stretch through those triceps. If you want to wiggle forward with those elbows and really lengthen the sides of the body and lengthen the triceps, the backs of those arms. Pressing the chest gently towards the earth. Release the arms, walk the arms over to the left, placing the right hand on top, stretching out that side body. Back to center, to the right, left hand on top of the right. Pressing back into that left hip, opening up the side body. Come back to center. Crawl your way back up to a seat. We are going to go into some reverse tabletop here to open up the fronts of the shoulders here. Squeeze those shoulder blades onto the back. So take your feet about hip distance out in front of you, placing the palms behind the hips. And what you're going to do, pressing through the feet, in through the palms. Press the rear end up. You can look forward if it's more comfortable for your neck. Straightening the arms. Or you can release the head back if it's safe for you. This is an awesome shoulder stretch.
Our bowl is turning out.
Release gently out of that. And we are going to come to Pachima. From here, we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to add on to that reverse tabletop. So what you're going to do is you're going to press up into your reverse tabletop. Then you're going to draw the butt through the gateway of the arms, keeping it hovering above the ground. Press up. Draw it back. Hover above the ground, pressing into those palms.
Looks like we have Ramella Cherry. From my
Press into the earth, engaging that core. Press back and release. Pull the glutes out from underneath the sits bones. Inhale, arms rise. Cactus the arms. And up. Then take them out into a T. Extend the spine as long as you can, keeping the chest nice and open. Pressing the backs of the thighs into the earth. Toes flex towards the face. Reach for the toes and release. Chia. Inhale, rise up. From here, nice little Pachimo twist. So we're going to take the right arm up, placing the left hand behind you, and twist it over to the right. My bunnies are trying to escape. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist to the right. Holding that twist. Inhale, back to center. What we're going to do from here, come to seat, slowly, slowly, slowly. Release onto the back. We're going to do cactus arms, and we're going to do those scapular rotations. Once again, so moving from the elbow, palms go towards the floor, rotate them back. This is super awkward. It should feel that way. It's not a natural feeling at all, but it still facilitates good motion, mobility in the joints. Getting range of motion is such an awesome thing. Just giving your body some time to feel its way into different types of movement. All right, one more. And now we are going to move on to some drishti thumb gazes.
I think it's back at the kitchen. Come through.
Just a moment. We're going to pull our knees into our chest for a second actually and just rotate on the lower back. Go the other direction. Out of the way, baby. Happy baby. Knees to armpits. If you can't reach the outsides of the feet, go for the inner thigh or grab behind the thigh there and just draw the thighs towards the outsides of the chest, knees towards armpits. Tailbone reaches towards the earth. So you naturally want to pull it back and arch it towards your face. You want to actually lengthen it down towards the mat to flatten the spine somewhat. Holding here, drawing the shoulder blades towards the earth also. This is a very engaged movement. Release that. Drop the feet to the floor. Gentle windshield wipers, cactus arms. Taking it down to the ends of the practice.
I just want to put a third coat on it. I just want to put a third coat on it.
Beatrix, I'm making a film, baby.
I want to put a third coat on my pony.
All right, so we're gonna do the last part of the practice, which is some drishti thumb gazes.
Come on.
Roll over to your right side. Gaze at your left thumb, and I want you to focus on your left thumb for the entirety of the motion. We're gonna follow our thumb up and all the way over as far as you can reach. Slowly back and forth at your own pace. I encourage you to go as slow as you need, but don't lose focus on that thumb. I also highly recommend doing this movement anytime you can. If you're feeling stressed and all over the place, this is a great way to bring you back down. Try to take a small pause at the end of each wave. Feel the earth rolling beneath the skull. Do one more on this side and move on to the other side. Close it up and we will rotate to the opposite side. Coming into kind of a fetal position here on our sides. Line up the thumbs. Focus on that thumb. Open it up nice and slow. There's no breathing pattern, no right or wrong. Working to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of our nervous system that tells us it's okay. You can put the brakes on. Do one more. Hands come to a close. I invite you to go ahead and roll over onto your back, finding your way into our final pose, shavasana. Allow the body to become loose and limp. There's nothing to do. Allow the practice to sink into the bones, through the fascia. Give space for change. I recommend that you stay here as long as you like without falling asleep, ideally. And I will leave you here to rest. When you are ready to come out, roll over onto your left side, press yourself into a comfortable seat. Thank you.